What if your consciousness emerges from the laws of quantum mechanics? What if the thoughts you're experiencing in this very moment are rooted in the strange phenomena of a world smaller than atoms? Migratory birds may be using quantum mechanical mechanisms as a compass. And in plant photosynthesis, some processes by which light energy reaches the reaction center are thought to be remarkably efficient. Life may have mastered the quantum world in ways we're only beginning to understand. If consciousness is a quantum phenomenon, what exactly is the self? Does quantum mechanics hold the answer to the question science finds most difficult? Why do we feel anything at all? Today, we'll journey through the frontiers of quantum biology and venture into the mystery of life and consciousness. By the time this video ends, the way you see your own mind may be fundamentally transformed. Chapter 1. Does life dream in quantum? The process by which plants absorb solar energy through photosynthesis is astonishingly precise. The process of delivering energy from light-harvesting molecules to the reaction center is so refined, it surpasses what our engineering can achieve. So how do plants do it? For a long time, no one truly knew. In the quantum world, particles can exist in multiple states simultaneously. This is called quantum superposition. Quantum coherence is maintained when this state persists, and it's an extraordinarily fragile phenomenon, highly sensitive to environmental noise. Yet what Fleming's team published in 2007 was a striking report. Signals related to coherence were observed within photosynthetic proteins. The absorbed light energy is carried to the reaction center with remarkable efficiency. Researchers have observed that quantum fluctuations may be involved in that process. Subsequent research revealed that these signals are part of a complex phenomenon entangled with molecular vibrations. How much quantum effects contribute to function at room temperature is still being verified. More recently, a perspective called the quantum ratchet effect has emerged, the idea that life harnesses environmental noise itself for energy transport. Life may not merely use quantum mechanics, it may turn noise into an ally. What we called the elegance of biology is, in part, deeply intertwined with the quantum world. And this question doesn't stop with plants. Animals, too, are living by the power of quantum mechanics. But here's where the real mystery begins. If life uses quantum mechanics, could consciousness itself emerge from the quantum? Let's venture deeper into this question. Chapter 2. Consciousness, a quantum question. Why do we feel anything at all? Why does pain hurt? Why is red beautiful? Philosophers call this the hard problem of consciousness. It is the question science finds most difficult to answer. Physicist Penrose and anesthesiologist Hameroff confronted this question with quantum mechanics. Their argument was audacious. Consciousness, they proposed, arises from quantum phenomena occurring in structures called microtubules inside neurons. Running through neurons are tubes made of stacked proteins called tubulin. These are the microtubules. Penrose and Hameroff proposed that quantum superposition occurs here, and when it collapses under gravity, a single moment of consciousness is born. But this contains an enormously challenging question. The brain is a warm, wet, noisy environment. The criticism that this is far too harsh a place for quantum coherence to be maintained continues to this day. This theory has yet to be accepted by mainstream science. Some researchers have conducted experiments suggesting quantum vibrations in microtubules, but most results come from test tubes. Whether they function at the scale required for consciousness inside the brain remains unresolved. Even so, Orchoir theory has not been definitively refuted. As experimental techniques improve, it is slowly approaching a domain where verification may be possible. Why does anesthesia extinguish consciousness? How it acts on receptors and brain circuits has become clearer, but a single unified theory explaining why consciousness subjectively disappears is still a work in progress. Hameroff believes anesthetic molecules act on microtubules at a quantum level to halt consciousness. This, too, remains a hypothesis under continued investigation. And here's where a crucial question emerges. If consciousness is deeply connected to quantum phenomena, could the sense of self be a window through which the universe touches something deeper within its own structure? The quantum origin theory of consciousness remains a hypothesis. But the very fact that serious scientists are engaging with this question reveals just how profound the mystery of consciousness truly is. So what does this question mean for our own existence? Let's step back and see the broader picture. From here, we face the deepest question quantum biology poses for human self-understanding. Chapter 3. Are we the way the universe dreams? Life may use quantum mechanics not just in photosynthesis, but in chemical reactions as well. Enzymes are molecular catalysts that accelerate chemical reactions in the body by trillions of times. It has become clear that quantum tunneling may be involved in part of that mechanism. In classical physics, a particle cannot pass through an energy barrier without enough energy to surmount it. But in the quantum world, particles can tunnel through that barrier. Especially in enzyme reactions involving hydrogen transfer, experimental evidence such as isotope effects suggests that quantum tunneling is involved. Quantum biology is a rapidly evolving new field. While some examples, like tunneling in enzyme reactions and magnetoreception in birds, are well regarded, others, like olfaction, remain at the hypothesis stage with ongoing debate. At the boundary between physics and biology, discoveries are accumulating carefully but steadily. And the implications of these discoveries run deep. Life operates using the most fundamental laws of the universe. This means life and the cosmos share the same underlying language. If life uses quantum mechanics, we may be able to design new drugs using quantum computers. Or we may be able to unravel the mechanisms by which life first emerged within the universe. But what moves me most deeply is not the scientific applications, it's the philosophical questions. In quantum mechanics, measurement problem, observation appears to determine outcomes. Some interpret this as consciousness gives rise to reality. But decoherence theory, which explains outcomes through interactions with devices and environments, is also widely used, requiring no appeal to consciousness. Which interpretation is correct remains unresolved. Even so, consider this for a moment. If consciousness is deeply linked to quantum processes and observation is bound to the world, then perhaps we are one of the universe's possibilities for becoming aware of itself. This is one profound possibility that modern physics hints at. Quantum biology has only just begun, but the questions it illuminates are already vast. As long as we keep asking, this journey will never end. Let's take stock of what today's exploration has revealed. Chapter 4. The Endless Quest. Today, we've journeyed through the frontier of quantum biology. From photosynthesis to migratory birds, enzymes, and consciousness, the discovery that life uses quantum mechanics may force us to reconsider the boundary we thought existed between life and physics. And if quantum mechanics is entangled with the mystery of consciousness, the question of what I am takes on an entirely different face. Let me share 3 insights from today's exploration. First, life is a master of the quantum. The coherence-related signals in photosynthesis, the radical pair mechanism in migratory birds, the tunneling in enzymes. Life moves in deep entanglement with the quantum world. The certainty of each phenomenon differs, and research is still ongoing. Even so, the boundary between biology and physics is clearly beginning to dissolve. Second, consciousness is a quantum question. Orc-OR theory is not mainstream, but it has not been refuted. Quantum mechanics may be deeply involved in the question of why we feel anything at all. And as experimental techniques advance, the hypothesis is slowly approaching a domain where it can be tested. Third, questions open the world. The measurement problem in quantum mechanics leaves a profound mystery about the relationship between observation and reality. Whether consciousness gives rise to reality remains unresolved. But that question itself shakes the foundation of how we see the world. Questions transform us before answers ever arrive. What these 3 insights reveal is that life, physics, and consciousness are converging toward one great, overarching question. The further science advances, the deeper the mystery grows. And yet, with each deepening, we draw closer to something more fundamental within the universe. Looking back on today's journey, quantum biology gave us no answers. But it gave us questions. And those questions are worth far more than any answer. The further science advances, the deeper the mystery grows. The more we know, the more we are left speechless before the grandeur of the cosmos. This is why I remain drawn to quantum biology. Beyond every answer, a new question is always waiting. I want to ask you something. If enzymes tunnel through barriers via quantum mechanics, and birds navigate continents using quantum magnetic fields, could there be quantum layers within our own bodies and minds that science has yet to discover? And if consciousness and quantum mechanics are truly connected, could the act of "I think" be the very moment the universe itself moves? You don't need to answer that today. Simply carry the question with you as you return to your daily life. When questions grow within us, we slowly begin to change. After this video ends, when you return to the ordinary, try to be just a little more aware. When sunlight through the window falls on a leaf, quantum fluctuations lie within that fleeting moment. When you hear a bird song, quantum spin exists within the compass of that migratory bird. And when you feel something in this very moment, at the bottom of that sensation lies a mystery no one has yet unraveled. Daily life doesn't change, but when the way we see it changes, the ordinary becomes another world entirely. Science has the power to turn an ordinary morning into a miracle. Share your insights in the comments below. Your questions are the force that drives this channel forward. I'm grateful you stayed with me on this intellectual journey all the way to the end. At Mindshift, we continue to journey along the boundary between science and philosophy, exploring consciousness, the cosmos, life, and the nature of existence. From cutting-edge insights like quantum biology to the nature of time, AI, and consciousness, and the origins of the universe, we explore together the questions no one yet has answers to. By subscribing to this channel, you can join us at the beginning of the next journey of discovery. If today's questions have stayed with you, please turn on notifications so you won't miss what comes next. Until next time.